All right.
Welcome back, World Bourbon Junkies. He's Dan, I'm Sean. Tonight, do a little special bottle action. That's Parker's Heritage 10-year heavy char.
Unicorn bottles.
Yeah, this is one that we were actually going to be very excited for.
Yeah.
Last year, and we never thought we were going to see a bottle.
Yeah.
And then we kind of got one early 2021.
Somehow.
Got to do the review.
Okay, so this is a heavy char bourbon, which they did the heavy char last year.
Heavy
the
char rye.
Last year.
And that was like #1 for us of the year, I'm pretty sure.
It was the #1 rye, except Jack Daniel.
Come on, bro.
No, heavy char was 2 years
2 years
ago.
ago.
This
Yeah.
is last year.
Yeah.
It smells so good.
So this episode is dedicated to Grant Hartwig.
Yes, it is.
Shout out to you. It's a $100 Patreon patron on Patreon.
I
And
hate it. It's the worst.
he knew what I meant.
The website's Patreon, but you're a patron. Should just be patron.com now that I think about it. Grant, thanks for all the support, buddy. Appreciate the shit out of you. So this bottle and this review dedicated to Grant. Thank you, buddy. Just spilled it.
Thanks for making things happen.
While we're here, like, comment, subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
Hit the buttons. Do the
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Also, if you want a frosted Kenzie or a frosted Kentucky bourbon trail glass with the Bourbon Junkies logo on the front of it,
Those are up on
only frosted,
bourbonjunk.com right now.
only frosted Kenzies in the whole world. Just a heads up. There's like 20 or 30 left.
Okay.
It's delicious, A. Thanks, Grant.
Now, we
Have a good day.
actually need to review this. Okay, so this is a bottle that we were really bummed that we didn't get last year.
Because everybody said only good things about it.
I mean, we were really big fans of the 8-year rye heavy char. We assumed we were gonna like this. I mean,
This is a 10-year.
it's not past what we consider Heaven Hill's end of their aging ability. I mean, realistically, it's
What's
like
the
12
limit?
years.
12, 14?
Yeah, it's like 12 years.
Okay, so this bottle was where they take the barrels and they're charred for 1.5 minutes instead of 40 seconds. So drastically longer than.
Basically until it won't hold liquid anymore.
Is it
It
5?
smells
Is that what
almost
it
toasted, you know?
Man,
It's like so sugary sweet up front. Then you get all that nice toasted oak in the back. Oh, I can smell it for days.
I should have brought the toast diagram out that I'm gonna make.
Oh gosh. Dude, if this is cologne, every day I wear it.
If it was cologne, you would literally have so many DUIs.
Mm-hmm.
You would only be in jail.
I would assume I get pulled over first. Oh, it even tastes that good.
Eventually, you're getting pulled over. And as soon as you roll the window down, it's just, holy shit. Okay, sir, I'm not even giving you the breathalyzer. We're going.
They can't do that.
Ah!
They cannot do that.
Dump that on your head and see how it turns out.
Yeah, I might have it.
It's so sweet.
I don't get any of that Heaven Hill nuttiness in there. Like, there's just the tiniest amount, and I feel like I've really got to dig for it.
I feel like this is better than every Elijah Craig barrel proof. This is what you wanted it to be if you wanted off-profile Heaven Hill, but then it got better somehow even.
There's like
It's super...
there's like a little bit of fruitiness up front. I want to say peaches, but it feels so derivative.
I want to say
right
char, but I don't want to say char because it's written on the front of the bottle.
Yeah, it's there. It's real heavy.
So I think that and the nose is great on this. It's very sweet, very oaky, very rich and dense, but I think I prefer the nose on the 8 rye because that's one of the best noses I've ever had in whiskey, is that 8 rye.
I get a little bit more of the nuttiness in the palate, but it's really welcoming. It's super caramel. It doesn't,
way more nuttiness.
It doesn't drink 120 really. That's my first whiskey of the day.
I think that nuttiness is oak.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I get exactly what you're saying. And I think we would both, if this was blind, we would say, that's nuts. But I actually think it's oak. Well, Heaven Hill's woody. Mm-hmm. Whereas like Sazerac's wood or oak is really sweet and caramely. Heaven Hill's oak is very woody, you know?
That's so good.
It's fantastic.
I think it's 130.
When I get into the flavor more, I get more Heaven Hill
100%. I agree.
than I do on the nose.
I still think it's very good Heaven Hill.
Okay, this is better than all the old Fitz decanters.
Oh my God, I forgot those are in this.
Price and distillery.
More expensive.
Right, and distillery. Both limited.
We
right?
hate those.
Okay, I have a story
Old strategy.
about the 9-year, and I'm fond of the 9, the spring 9 from last year.
Had wine or
all of a
something?
sudden- No, something happened. Somebody told me to drink it. I drank it. I'm like, holy shit! I expected them to be like, oh, it's fantastic. Now this is drastically better.
Those are all 100 proof, bottle of bond.
All $150.
Yep. This is 120 proof, delicious. Cut
10-year.
down. Yeah. It smells really oily. Little.
I get
nutty.
circus peanuts on that, the orange ones, the little
Oh,
candy
that
gas
sugar?
station. Yeah. with that chart, dude. I know it says on the bottle, right, which means there's placebo effect. If that doesn't actually taste like Char Blind, I'd be blown away. Okay. It's so dark on the back of that palate, like burnt oak. It's crazy.
Well, this seems like a good spot to rip it. Let's talk today. Let's talk about today's sponsor for the video.
Speaking of aging things in wood.
Yeah.
So Barrel Char Wood Products makes kind of like, we'll call it additive aging kits, right? So you can get these little staves, basically, little chunks of wood.
And then you take ancient age and turn it into something that looks like whiskey.
And make it more drinkable.
It's actually pretty dang good.
But basically, you put whiskey in the mason jar. You can go buy their kits, link in the description below.
Obviously.
Click that link if you want to check them out while we're talking about it. But you go buy their kits, comes with the mason jar, comes with some wood. You can pick the kinds of wood you want, or you can get like a sampler kit. Sean picked the wood and I picked the wood.
I went with Amburana.
I went with a cherry medium toast.
So this is a full piece of the
Sean's
Amburana.
cheating
it's huge.
already. He's modifying.
So I took it and I cut it down just a little bit.
Cheater. Okay.
How am I cheating?
What whiskey are you using?
I am gonna piss people off right now, and I'm gonna use some Weller Special Reserve that I paid $19.99 for, good sir.
So this is a competition. We're gonna do about a 6-month aging project on these.
90 proof weeder. I had to check. I thght it was 90, but who knows?
I'm gonna use the cheapest Bone Snapper rye. This is Bone Snapper straight rye whiskey, batch 11, 108 proof, 54% ABV.
Okay, and here's why Dan's gonna fail. He's using a barrel proof product. That's gonna stop.
I know. I just wanted it to. It's like a magic trick.
Nope.
Yeah, it kind of is, if you think about it.
Nope.
So, this Bone Snapper.
Bro, come on.
My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't intentionally do that. It smells pretty good, honestly.
What? Bro, it's an accident.
That was a pretty good block on my part.
Back to review.
Thank you, Barrel Char, for working with the channel, buddy. I'm excited to see how this turns out, because what we've learned in the past is doing this with younger, cheaper whiskeys has turned out great. So.
Just want a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
All right.
You're down.
So.
You're cut out. Great.
That's fantastic whiskey.
$130. Yeah, that's SRP.
$200 B.
$300.
Don't buy it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
I think if you get it for $200, it's still a pretty good buy.
That's where I'm at.
Fantastic whiskey. This is
pretty good.
Probably, outside of something like Promise of Hope or the
rye's better than this. The rye's better.
I fucking hate.
The rye.
I want to slap your stupid face.
That's fine. The rye's better than this.
I was gonna say.
You can't find the rye though. So
outside of like the older, unobtainable Parker's Heritage, this is one of my favorite. I think. Right.
If you walked into a bar, and they had this, the rye, and Promise of Hope, number 1, Promise of Hope. Number 2, the rye. Number 3, this.
Yeah, I think so.
Simple as that. But it's really good. It does like compete up there. But those two I like more, even though all of these are unfindable. So it's kind of a moot point.
We have to talk about maybe giving you guys like a cutoff or a price we'd pay for pours at a bar.
$200.
You'd pay $200 for a pour at a bar, huh? I was gonna say like $35.
$28.
Okay.
$28.
You can get those. If you guys want us to talk about this more, we'll talk about those more. If not, we just won't.
Yeah.
So that's what Dan would pay. That's what I would pay.
$28.
$35.
Not a penny higher.
A between the both of us. Get me out of here. The proof's in the pour.
It's a B.
Like, comment, subscribe.
At $200.
Okay. I hate you.